Good evening and welcome to Gateshead International Stadium. My name's David Gaddis and I'm from the Heat Army podcast, and we are bringing you full match commentary today between Gateshead and Middlesbrough. A fantastic affair over the last few years. This has been in pre-season, but it hasn't happened for about 5 years, if memory serves me right. But there's always been a good link up between the two clubs, a number of players coming on loan to Gateshead, and no doubt we'll talk about them, how their impact over the years. But it should be an absolutely fantastic evening of football. Of course, it's going to be Gateshead's toughest test in pre-season so far, having already beaten a strong Sunderland side, but it was their first game in pre-season. A game against North Shields and, of course, the demolition of Blythe Spartans. And as I say, now it is on to Michael Carrick's Middlesbrough here at Gateshead International Stadium. If you're a Middlesbrough fan, thank you very much for joining us. Do share it with your friends. We'd love you to get involved and listen in. And hopefully you enjoy our service this evening. But as I say, it is going to be a great affair. Gateshead at the moment, well, wanting to build on last season's FA Trophy win, and of course the playoffs. That didn't happen, unfortunately, but that's where we look to the future now. And the squad at the minute at Gateshead has been added to, and it's been managed to be a lot of the players kept from last season, so that bodes well for Gateshead. But just having a little look through the Middlesbrough side, I'll go through the teams fully shortly. There's Dan Barsler, of course, Northeast lad as well. Johnny Howson, he played against Gateshead the last time here. And I'm excited to see what Dyke Steele is like as well. I'm sure he played against Gateshead not so long ago as well. So, yeah, it's going to be, there's a good, strong squad that's been brought up by Michael Carrick and his back team staff, and we thank Middlesbrough for that. And there's a great travelling contingent on the far side that have joined us. And as I say, we have got Mark Rivers with us, but he's pulling double duty here tonight. He's filling in for the, he's on holiday or a stag do or a wedding, one of the two, the media manager. But Mark is filling in for him on social media duties, and we'll be talking to him very, very shortly. In fact, we can talk to him now. Good evening, Mark.
How are you doing?
Very well indeed. And, well, as I say, this one is going to be a lot more of a sterner test than what we've seen so far this pre-season.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest, I've been really impressed with the business that Middlesbrough have done this summer so far. I think there's more to come as well. You look at the squad, and it's a little bit of a mixture, a couple of good youngs in there. Sonny Finch as well, a really good, promising striker who's quickly making a name for himself. His dad, a former Northern League player, actually. But you look across the squad, there's plenty of experience.
Keith Finch?
It is.
Okay, wow, former Gateshead player as well.
Yeah,
wow.
Players like Dan Barlasser, of course, former Newcastle. Probably quite unfortunate not to have made it Newcastle, if I'm honest, with what was going on at the club at the time, but opted to get a move away, and it's worked probably better in the long term for him. So it's a big step for him. You're right, as you say, plenty of experience. Latley finished last season on a real high. Middlesbrough, you look at the way they're coming up here. They're getting towards the start of their season. They'll want to come up here and get a result. Gateshead are flying in pre-season, but it means nothing. Everyone will tell you that. It means absolutely nothing yet. But what we can say is a lot of positivity around here at this point in time. And Gateshead want to lay down a bit of a mark tonight as well. And it's a very attacking lineup, as you just said there.
It certainly is. We'll go through the starting lineups very shortly. Just a little bit of housekeeping. A big thank you to everyone that has joined us for the first time here on the Heat Army podcast. We do bring the games every week here at Gateshead International Stadium live. And we do also have our podcast as well, which is normally on a Thursday every week. Don't think it is this week, but keep an eye on our social medias, and we'd love you to have a little follow on there. We're going to play a little advert for our social medias. Also, like and subscribe. It would really help us. And as I say, we'll be back with you just in a second. Well, there we are. If you'd like to give us a like and a follow, that would be absolutely fantastic. And who knows, as I say, Mark, I was mentioning in the build-up there that a number of players in recent years, especially goalkeepers, Middlesbrough have got something in the water down there. Ainsley Pears, of course, was a big fan favourite here. Brad James as well. And then we look at the current squad with Robbie Tinkler, who came on loan from Middlesbrough. And if we look over the years, Luke Armstrong, there's so many that have come from Middlesbrough and have went on to do great things after being at Gateshead.
Yeah, I mean, Middlesbrough's academy for me is the best in the North East by quite some distance, if I'm honest.
Have to agree with that.
You look at the players that have come through there. Camille Conter as well, which we forget.
Yeah, Camille Conter was, of course, 2 seasons ago.
Bit of a legend during his loan spell here at the International Stadium. But yeah, I mean, there's so many players have gone into the Football League from Middlesbrough. So many players have gone into the first team as well. I think today Zach Hemming, who's been out on loan, another goalkeeper, funny enough, has just signed for Leyton Orient on a season-long loan as well. So they just keep producing players, and it's great for Gateshead that. And I think the thing with Gateshead is the style of play. The way the team are coached, they will be attractive for Football League clubs, for EFL clubs, it's called now, for Premier League clubs to send players here on loan. We could list so many that have come here on loan and bounced into the Football League and gone on to sign new deals with the parent clubs. Or, you mentioned Aisley Pires, of course, went back to Middlesbrough, went to Blackburn. So, there is that. Luke Armstrong's now had a good career in the Football League. We'll be here on Tuesday night with Carlisle as well. So, Middlesbrough for me has just been kind of shining light when it comes to developing young players in the academy system.
Certainly have, and they've gone far and wide. And as I say, we might even see 1 or 2 here tonight as well coming through. That might be the next shining light from Middlesbrough. I'll go through the Middlesbrough side. This is how they start this evening. Tom Glover in goal, Dan Barsler, Hayden Hackney, Emmanuel Laff. We've got Delano Berzog, Alex Gilbert, Affarini, Dyke Steele, Johnny Howson, Derek Leanman, Lucas Engel, and Sonny Finch. On the bench is Van der Berg, Matt Clark, Riley McGee, Isaiah Jones, Luke Eiling, Aidan Morris, Josh Coburn, Finn Azaz, we'll get it right there, George McCormack, Eric Hammelberg, and Saul Byrne, and Law McCabe. Right, for Gateshead, Tiernan Brooks in goal, Robbie Tinkler wears number 2, Kenton Richardson wears number 5, Joe Grayson wears 18, Luke Hannon 19, Kane Adam wears number 11, Callum Whelan number 4, Trialist number 7, Regan Booty, Will McGowan at number 10, and we have Owen Oseni, who has been a bit of a shining light so far in pre-season, wears number 9. On the bench, it's trialist Ben Williams, Ollie Thompson, Aidan Rutledge, Connor Panny, and Fenton John, former Middlesbrough player as well. So am I right there?
You are.
I am, yes. Yeah, every so often. And new signing Ben Fell, who arrived from Blythe Town, having been the Northern League second division league player of the year and young player. So exciting things to come from that signing there. But Mark, just looking through the side there, it's quite a strong lineup. You wouldn't be, apart from the trialist, of course, you would say that is a team that could start in the National League in just a few weeks' time. And yet we look at that side and there's still players missing. Greg Ollie, of course, and a few others. It's a strong lineup. I had a feeling today we might see less of the academy kids from the college, and also maybe whittle down the trialists to the ones that they've really started got an eye on. And the trialist that was number 7 tonight was trialist 17 on Friday night at Blythe Spartans, and gave a really good count of himself.
And scored. Scored as well. I think what you're finding here is that you've hit the point in pre-season where it's no longer about, it's no longer about who they can bring in. It's now about who they're going to bring in.
Yes.
It's going to be about getting that team ready for day one of the season. I know it's still, 2 weeks away from the first day of the season, but 2 weeks, or just over 2 weeks. So it is now about nailing down the setup of the team, nailing down a system, and also probably working towards what will be the starting lineup for the first game of the season here against Ebbsfleet.
Well, just having a little look, we've got lots of messages there. We've got Mark Cotter's put up the Boro. We've got the real GOAT Gaming 91 legends doing this up the Boro. And we've got Taylor Howie's put Heed Army. And see if you want to send us in. We've got terrible what happened to you last season, at the end of last season, up the Borough, says Lee McCullen. Thank you very much. Of course, share it with your Middlesbrough friends. I do believe we're the only gig in town tonight, so you're stuck with us if you want to listen.
Sorry in advance.
Yeah, sorry in advance. But no, we hope you do enjoy it. And if you'd like to drop us a subscribe, it would really help us as well. And as I say, we're hoping that this game will be a very entertaining one for both sides, because one thing I want to touch on as well, we've talked about Owen Oseni, who's wearing number 9 for Gateshead tonight, and looks like he probably will be Gateshead's number 9 this season. He's come in big boots to follow, to fill, should I say, following the departure of 37 goals from the side with both Marcus Denanga and Dejon Brown, who, of course, was at the club at the back end of last season. A lot of teams and a lot of fans will be worried that you've lost that amount of goals, but what we've seen in pre-season has kind of filled us with confidence.
Yeah, very much. It's still early days for Owen. I still think there's a need for one, even two more players to come in at the top end of the pitch. Of
course, don't want to heat too much. I mean, I spoke to Louis Story after the Blythe game, of course, Gateshead assistant manager, and asked if they were looking to bring in an experienced striker to, obviously help develop Owen, because he is very raw. He is, he seems like he can do everything, but putting that on a 20 or 21-year-old shoulders and expecting him to carry it for the full season is a big ask.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. And it's one of them where, the lad, it is probably going to be his first full season at the level. Yes, he's come through a very good academy system at Derby, another one that we know produces good players. But he needs support. He needs competition as well. We shouldn't forget, you can't expect him to just play on his own. So, big season ahead. But I think you won't find that he'll bring in more competition as well. Just to answer the question there, Brenton John is on the bench.
Yes, I think someone's already answered that question for us. But just looking across to the far side, looks like 300-400 maybe fans have travelled up from Teesside. And we thank every one of them for coming up here tonight. And we hope that all of you that are listening can share it with your fellow Boro fans. And that would be lovely if we can reach far and wide and get more of us listening to this pre-season action between Gateshead and Middlesbrough here at Gateshead International Stadium. And as I say, just talking about Middlesbrough, Michael Carrick entering his third season now. He's laying down the foundations the right way, and I'm happy to see a manager of his age at the level getting time, because we don't see it so often these days.
I think first and foremost, I'll say one of my favourite midfielders of the Premier League era, just such a classy player, someone woefully underused by England as well, but always had the feeling he would go on to be a good manager. Obviously, he was really highly rated as a coach at Manchester United. Now you look at the job he's done at Boro with a very specific style of football, not too dissimilar to what Gateshead tried to play, likes giving youngsters chances, has done well in the transfer market, as I mentioned earlier, particularly this summer. I think he's done some good business already. It's a big season for them because obviously he fell short in terms of in the playoffs last year, but I think you look at it this year, I think, as I said earlier, they will be there or thereabouts. I think they will push towards that top six and really make some waves.
I said manager, you said coach, and I think that word is the best way to describe him at the moment, because yes, he's had to do things in the transfer market, but he's working with what he's got and trying to craft and mould players. And I don't think we see enough of that, especially at the higher levels these days. Of course, we're seeing it with Gateshead and teams around us, but at Middlesbrough, we always talk about the academy system being great and developing players. They're getting a chance now.
Yeah, I mean, you look at someone like Hayden Hackney, who came through the academy system, won North East Football Writers Young Player of the Year last year. Fully deserved as well, because he was comfortably, for me, the best young player in the region. So this is going to be a big test for both sides.
Well, the teams are coming out onto the pitch, led out by the captains, Johnny Howson and Kenton Richardson wears the captain's armband in the absence of Greg Ollie. This is how the visitors line up. Tom Glover in goal, Dan Barsler, Hayden Hackney, Emil Latte-Laff, Delano Bazorg, Alex Gilbert, Arafini Dyke-Steele, Johnny Howson, Derek Leanman, Lucas Engel and Sonny Finch. And for Gateshead, it is Tiernan Brooks, Robbie Tinkler, Kenton Richardson, Joe Grayson, Luke Hannant, Kane Adam, Callum Whelan, the trialist for where's number 7 for Gateshead, and we have Regan Booty, Will McGowan, and Owen Aseni. And so we've mentioned a few players already for Gateshead, but another new arrival in Will McGowan, who came from Blythe Spartans, one of their shining lights last season. He's made the step up to full-time football, made the step up a level. Of course, in pre-season, you can only beat what's in front of you, and we've played a few lower-level sides. But against Sunderland, when maybe it wouldn't have been a starting lineup, but all of them players will play in the Championship this year, he acquitted himself well.
He did very well, yeah. I mean, we shouldn't forget Hebben are still a strong side in non-league levels as well. Ready for their first season in Step 3. But you look at the Sunderland game, it was a strong Sunderland side. Yes, the vast majority of it may well have been squad players, but I think there were still key players in that Sunderland squad as well who played here. Gateshead fully deserved that win as well, I thought. Yeah. So this is a big step up for me. This is probably going to be Gateshead's biggest chance.
I just read one of the messages there. I'm absolutely murdering some of the names. I do apologise if Borg wants to correct us on some of them there.
I'll go through it now. So, yeah, it's Dan Barlasser.
Barlasser.
It's Emmanuel Latier-Lath.
Latier-Lath.
And Delano Bergzorg.
Bergzorg, right, there we go. See, you should have heard some of the names I've done over the last few years. I've had to even apologise to some of the players and their families. But thank you for that. It's always best to get it done out the way first, isn't it? Then call a player the wrong name for 90 minutes and then realise when you see it on the highlights.
To anyone listening, feel free to absolutely back a Dave for them, because it's great fun for me.
Well, we are about to get underway here. Middlesbrough all shooting towards the foul end, Gateshead towards the Tyne. And just to paint a picture here for anyone listening in, of course, we are listening in, the Middlesbrough team bus is parked behind the goal to our right. So we'll see if any of the windows survive that. But a nice little handshake between Rob Elliott and Michael Carrick as Middlesbrough get us underway here at Gateshead International Stadium. As they pass the ball out to the left-hand side, just playing it around the back at the moment as Leanman. Plays it up there. We'll just get names to numbers and position. There's a ball played out to the far side now, and it is Bozorg on the ball. Comes up against Kent Richardson. The underlap there. The ball's going to be pulled back across, and Gateshead managed to poke it clear, and the ball comes off Middlesbrough defender. An attacker there, and it goes out for a throw-in on the far side.
Yeah, the lively start you'd expect of a Michael Carrick side. Dangerous break down the left-hand side. Just poor delivery in the box, really. Yeah,
I think we're going to see the Gateshead defence tested tonight continuously. Of course, we played Blythe Spartans on Friday night, and the contest, if we want to be fair about it, wasn't there for the Gateshead defenders. So tonight is a much better test for them.
Yeah, Spartans are a bit all over the place at the moment on the and just not looking where you think they should be. So it was a bit of a straightforward night out for Gateshead, but this is going to be a lot more tough.
It certainly was. And Middlesbrough just passing around the back. Glover got it back at his feet outside of the box and plays it out. Gateshead trying to hunt impacts in midfield, but Middlesbrough move the ball quickly, but Hannon intercepts, but the ball just trickles out on the far side in front of the travelling fans. Kick already taken, but Hannon intercepts, gets the ball to Whelan, and the referee says the throw was taken too quick. And it's been taken again. I think it's the first time we've ever seen players doing yoga warming up before the game here at Gateshead Stadium. Of course, the higher levels have got all the toys. It's a free kick to Gateshead, just inside their own half, left-hand side of the pitch.
Got to be honest, I thought the trialist... I thought he fouled.
I thought
there. If I'm honest, looked like pushing the back.
It's pre-season for the referees as well,
and commentators, just in case.
Yeah, and put the curse on us already. It's Kenton Richardson plays the ball forward, but Middlesbrough intercept and play it back to Leanman and all the way back to Glover. Does very much look like Ainsley Pears, doesn't he, with the blonde hair and obviously the build. But Middlesbrough get the ball moving forward, and keeper comes out, Tiernan Brooks, and clears the ball into the Tyne and Weir stand. But we've seen a lightning bit of pace there from Middlesbrough trying to break.
Looked offside to me, but
I was waiting for the flag in truth, but it never came. But ball played through. Now Gilbert tries to pick out a teammate, but Robbie Tinkler calmly ushers it back to Tiernan Brooks, who takes a touch and then goes long looking for Owen Aseni, but the kick was way too powerful, and Glover can just see that out for a goal kick on the far side.
Really, really positive start from Middlesbrough. Looking dangerous down the flanks. You can see what Sonny Finch is trying to do there, get in behind Joe Grayson. But nice positive from Boro, it looks like.
Well, Grayson just intercepts the ball there, and Gateshead pass it back through Booty to Brooks. And yeah, we can see the midfield action from Middlesbrough, they're on the front foot. They're trying to get that ball moving forward straight away as soon as they get on it. But Gateshead at the moment try and build through Whelan, halfway inside their own half. Back to Kenton Richardson. Grayson calling for it, but Whelan drops deep to get involved. Here's it back to Booty, who gets himself into space, and the trialist just pings the ball forward there, but couldn't find Oseni, and Middlesbrough used the ball well there and get themselves out of trouble. Not that they were in any, really, but stopped anything from happening. As the ball comes out, Gateshead intercept. Grayson gets it to Oseni. Oseni, nice footwork. Can he get past his man? He can, and lays it off to Tinkler. Tinkler out to Grayson. Trialist gets dispossessed, but there's Will McGowan, picks up the loose ball on the edge of the area, lays it off. Grayson, can he pull a shot off? Pulls it back across. Will McGowan just gets it stuck underneath his foot, and Middlesbrough managed to take it away, but Gateshead pick up the loose ball. Regan Booty just slows it down somewhat. Turns. Grayson in the left wing back position at the moment, and Trialist wins the ball back. Grayson can play it through. Just trying to find a very small shot there. A great tackle from Regan Booty and wins it back. And now Grayson looks at Oroseni, and just the defender did enough there in Engel to put him off, and the ball went back to Glover, and he's quickly already got it out.
Yeah, good sign to life there from Gateshead. Lovely build-up, not patient build-up that we like to see from them. Just McGowan couldn't get the shot away, but good to see Grayson from the left centre-back position getting forward.
Yeah, it's more like Ryan Giggs there for a second, wasn't he? But
I think that's a bit of a no-sell.
I'm trying to paint pictures with words here. It's probably not the best thing to do for a dyslexic. As the ball comes across to Johnny Howson. Also fantastically experienced player. Norwich and Leeds amongst these former clubs. As now Finch, he just tried to pull that back there and just skipped away from his foot as he got into the 6-yard box, and Tiernan Brooks can just get that and roll it out to Hannant. Back to Kenton Richardson. The press from Middlesbrough is quite impressive. Bruno Oseni nearly gets through for a misjudged header. And the ball back to Glover. So they play a very similar style to Gateshead. Middlesbrough like to build up from the back, pass it around. Goalkeeper practically like a sweeper when needed. Once again, thank you to everyone that is joining us this evening. 7 minutes gone, 0-0, and it's been quite an open game so far, entertaining. If it continues like this, it'll be none too bad as the ball goes over the top, looking for the run of Finch, but just caught a little bit flat-footed there. Easy for the goalkeeper to pick up. Brooks on the edge of his area. Puts it out to Kenton Richardson, who looks up. Good block there from, trying to say the shirt number. It was Latte Laugh. Putting his body on the line. As Brooks plays it out to Tinkler. Gateshead playing with 3 centre-backs, 2 wingers. It's the first time we're going to get to see Kane Adam try and open up down this left-hand side. Pre-season has been in and out of the games because obviously they've been rotating with a lot of the academy players, but first chance we're getting to see a proper look of them here in a home friendly. Now Middlesbrough try and break with Dyke-Steele. Still with the ball, lays it off, but only to Grayson. Grayson gives it to the trialist for Gateshead, who just slowly holds it up and gives it back to Grayson, of course, son of Simon Grayson, former Sunderland manager. Ball goes over to Brooks, in turn to Richardson, back to Brooks. Gateshead trying to build from the back. Out to Grayson, and back to Tinkler. Gateshead using the goalkeeper, who's outside his box. Plays it back to Tinkler. Middlesbrough holding a good shape, making Gateshead move the ball as Will McGowan taps it to the trialist. Trialist brings it forward. He's going to try and get to the dead ball line and pull it back across. He does, but into the hands of Glover. And he had 2 massive players on top of him there, didn't he? The physical battle was there, but he did well to get it across.
He did, yeah. Lovely little reverse ball from Will McGowan, releasing the the trialist, down the left-hand side, showed plenty of pace, just couldn't quite get the ball in the box, and it was relatively straightforward for Tom Glover.
Well, we've had a question from one of the answers from Go With Greg. But can Gateshead be promoted this season, or are they just competing to make up numbers again? Well, reading between the lines, there has been an article in one of the papers that the Football League and National League are going to amend the rules for a 5-year lease as the criteria to get into the Football League. So it looks as if that'll be all well and dandy if we are fortunate enough to get into the playoffs, which we hope we are. But
could just win the league instead.
Yeah, well, hopefully just win the league and go straight up. But the strange thing about it, and people might not know, is that the actual 10-year lease isn't needed once you're inside the EFL, which is, rather strange. But at the minute, Middlesbrough on the break gets it out to Dyke Steele, right-hand side. He's got the underlap there and gets it back from Howson. Sorry, it wasn't Howson. The ball over the top, though. Now Brooks off his line quickly and gathers the ball in front of Bazorg. It was Alex Gilbert with the underlap there before. But yeah, that's the state of play at the moment. Looks positive, and by the players we've managed to keep, they obviously feel positive as well, and the club is. And as I say, we've got quite a strong squad, if we say so ourselves, with possible arrivals on the horizon. Of course, in the National League as well, you can still sign players throughout the season as well. There is no transfer window, as it were, not until about end of March. At the moment, Middlesbrough just slowing it down. Hayden Hackney on the ball. Gives it to Howson. Plays it across Gateshead, trying to push from the front here, and Howson has to just play the ball forward. Gateshead just trying to turn a screw there. Good work, making Middlesbrough pass the ball back.
Really good start from both sides. There's plenty of energy. Both trying to be patient when they're on the attack. Both staying really disciplined as well, by the way.
At the moment, there's Middlesbrough on the ball. 12 minutes gone, 0-0 if you are just joining us. Dyke Steele with a nice turn, tries to cut forward of the ball, and Finch latches onto a ball on the top on this right-hand side, takes out dead ball line, pulls it back across, but there is Robbie Tinker. Lovely footwork to clear the ball and gets it to Will McGowan, who has to hold it up. There wasn't many options in front of him, but he gets the ball back from Adam, and Will McGowan plays the ball forward and is offside by about 4 yards or 5, Owen Oseni. But that was nice there from McGowan. Created space for himself and just unfortunately didn't time the pass.
Yeah, and Oseni didn't time the run either. I mean, that just shows how brave Gateshead are. They played out from the back. Chance here.
On the break now, Middlesbrough. Bazorg tries to bring the ball down. It fell to him, though, fortunately, but Gateshead managed to clear it. And Callum Whelan, although he's dispossessed on the far side by Hackney. The Middlesbrough just slow it down again. We're seeing a lot of the same things from both sides here. A little bit of cleverness, not to keep it like a hot potato as it was for a bit. That's a foul. Middlesbrough have a free kick about 10-15 yards inside the Gateshead half, left-hand side of the D.
A couple of people asking about Greg Ollie. He's still training. Can't do contract training, but he's broke a bone.
Yeah, in his hand. As Grayson holds the ball up well, does very well, gets it to Oseni, who's on defensive duties, and now the trailers is driving forward the ball. Sorry, it was Kane Adam that was helping on defensive duties. And Gateshead just slow it down, passing it around as Middlesbrough do try and press like Gateshead have been from the front. Someone's asking how many goals do you think Oseni will score this season in National League? It's a hard one to gauge. Of course, he hasn't played at the level. He's come out. He did play in the National League South last year on loan, or was it the National League North? North. Scored some impressive goals there, but he's still a young developing player, and that's what we've got to remember, as we mentioned in the build-up. He's looked very strong, very athletic. He left Luke O'Neill on the ground against Sunderland. He seems to have the strength as he holds the ball up well there and amongst a few Middlesbrough players and lays it off to McGowan. But you've got to be careful with young players, and putting too much pressure on the shoulders can be counterproductive.
Pre-season.
Yeah.
I've seen strikers score 10, 12 goals in pre-season and comes to the competitive stuff and they do nothing. So, it's a case of not getting carried away, let the lad develop, let the coaches do what they do, and see where he goes.
But it's all promising the way it looks at the moment. As Richardson, Hannon was shown on the far side, but it goes back to Tinkler. Tinkler across to Grayson. Plays it to Kane Adam. Adam tries to give it back to Grayson on the overlap, but the ball trickles out, and it is a throw to Middlesbrough just in front of their dugout. Dykes-Steele gets the ball back, plays it inside. Dykes-Steele again gets it back, plays it across to the far side, and Middlesbrough using the full width of the pitch to good effect there as it's number 27 there, isn't it? Engel can bring the ball forward, gets it forward, offside flag goes up against Bozorg, and it is still 0-0 here. 15 minutes gone, someone's just asking, but we do appreciate you all joining us here. But at the moment, both sides getting an effective run out. And is Tinkler related to Mark Tinkler? No, I don't think he is. He's
related to John Tinkler.
John Tinkler, that's the one. Mark Tinkler, I used to always sign him on Championship Manager. He was at Darlington. As the ball comes across now, Adam in space on this left wing. Cuts inside. Was he fouled? I think he's a bit fortunate with that one, I think he kicked that ball away, but free kick nonetheless. It was a little bit heavy, but the contact was made.
Middlesbrough players on complain.
No, he's still down. Hopefully he's all right. Still waiting to see Kane Adam spring into life for what we've seen last season, but of course his pre-season has started a little bit slower. So
yeah, played at North Shields, didn't he, in that friend last week on Thursday night with a largely young, youthful Gateshead side. Really,
hopefully he's all right. He's still down. It must be a bit of a stinging one there. I don't know if it's caught him on the ankle or not, but we'll see. But we've got a few. Let's see if there's any more messages. There isn't at the moment, but just while we do have this break in play, we would like to say a big thank you to everyone that is tuned in. Of course, we always appreciate it that away fans listening to us. I know you probably haven't got a choice tonight, but we always do appreciate it. And we hope that the commentary is entertaining enough. But at the moment, it is 0-0, entertaining game. And if you'd like to drop us a subscribe or even join us on the next podcast and send us a message what you thought of the game, and maybe if you know anyone who was at the game that they might want to tune in, let us know. That would be great. And as I say, everyone's welcome. And as I say, we've always had a close relationship with Middlesbrough, and I think that bonds with the fans as well. And I'll tell you what, Mark, I did reach out to Bernie Slaven today to see if he was coming to the game. He read me message, but he didn't reply. So we could have had a third man.
I wouldn't worry, Dave. We all do that, you.
I think that's what everyone's got on their phone, just left unread when I ring. Free kick coming in. Oh, it hasn't. It's went across to the trialist. Back across. Oh, nearly got to Regan Booty, but the ball goes out, and it's a throw halfway inside the Middlesbrough half, maybe a little bit further than that.
Really struggling in Dom here.
Yeah, he's took a little while to get moving, hasn't he? Yeah. Don't know if that... His knees are moving all right. It seems to be the ankle, doesn't it? He's just trotting down the touchline, but the ball's back in play. Grayson. No, lovely bit of footwork there. And Gateshead just lose out, though, in the midfield battle with Alex Gilbert was the one that won the ball back. Grayson does well to win it back himself, though. And the ball just didn't sit up that well for Whelan, but he does manage to get it to a teammate. Ball dinked over towards McGowan, and it goes out. But nice vision from Hannington. That does look like Kane Adam might be done, He's
you imagine that'll be Ollie Thompson coming on from possibly.
Well, I think he may try and come back on. He's
come on.
No, it looks like he's coming on. These players, man, they made it tough stuff after they've had a little cuddling off the physio. But we're back underway, and Middlesbrough breaking on the far side, and this looks like a dangerous move. Ball played through now, and it is Bozorg who gets the shot away, but it comes off the Gateshead player who threw his body in the way, and it goes behind for a corner. Kane Adam is back on, but he is hobbling. So we'll have to see what happened there. Well, someone said don't take it personal from Bernie Slaven. He's probably busy looking at pictures of Morrissey. In comes the corner from the far side. It's nodded down there as a free header, really. And I don't know which Middlesbrough player it was there. I think it might have been Engel. No, it wasn't Engel. It was Leanman there. Should have maybe got a bit better on that. But Gateshead didn't cope with that one.
No, good ball in. A little bit of movements just undone Gateshead a little bit. But fortunately, the header wasn't very well directed. Quite easy for Teen Brooks.
Of course, Teen Brooks just arrived at Gateshead International Stadium after joining from Notts County. And he seemed to have slotted into life the way Gateshead play really well as he on the ball now and dinks the ball over to Grayson on this left-hand side. But Grayson's touch just let him down, and Finch, like lightning, latches onto it and drives down this right-hand side. He's got men in the centre, crosses it in. Oh, and the touch wasn't there. Great cross, very dangerous. Could have come off anybody, but Latte Laugh just couldn't get a touch on it. Neither could a defender, but it's a throw-in on the far side. Lovely pace from Finch there, wasn't it? Just latched onto it and he was away. Nice to see him get his head up, though, before the cross. It must have come off a Middlesbrough player there, but it's been given to Gateshead, the throw. But they've got the ball, trying to play it out as Booty plays it across to Grayson. Grayson has Adam in space here. Adam takes a touch, looks up. He's got Whelan. Whelan kind of played forward again for Adam, and he opens up. He's got space here, but he needs targets in the box. Drives down to the dead ball line, pulls it back across. Couldn't pick out a black and white shirt, and the ball goes behind for he hasn't. Now he's given it for a corner. Took a while there to make his mind up, the referee. And someone said, is Trailer 17 playing? Yes, he's number 7 tonight. Lenahan, there we go. Thank you, Rogue. 0071 as the cross is about to come in from Hannon. It doesn't. It goes to Grayson on the edge of the box. Now he goes to, lovely dink ball towards, too much on it. Just I thought it was going to curl around towards Aseni, but it goes behind. And at first I thought he was going to shape up to take a shot there, Grayson.
I think if he had that chance again, he probably would.
Yep. Well, we're back underway. 22 minutes gone, 0-0. And Middlesbrough just a little bit on top on the attacking stakes, but Gateshead still very much in the game. Gateshead just interrupt there, but Middlesbrough get the ball back under control with Howson. Oseni tries to close down, back to Glover. Oseni still changing. Glover would chip over, and Howson would proper Peter Kay have it volley there up the pitch, but Tinkler can bring it down and play it across to Kenton Richardson.
Berg's all sort of on the periphery for the moment. Matty Walker just asking there. He's not really got involved in the game too much.
No, he's been hanging on the shoulder, hasn't he, waiting to pounce, but it hasn't come. The ball inside from Grayson wasn't the greatest, and now Hackney can bring the ball forward, gives it to Gilbert, and he sees the ball across the far side, but Hannon does very well, covering run, and gives it back to Teen Brooks. Hannon gets the ball back, plays it down the line, and now the ball just too far in front of Callum Whelan, and the Middlesbrough defence can just keep that one up. Well, Glover, ball at his feet, pass back to him. I've got to say the work rate from both sides has been second to none. You say pre-season, sometimes you get a damp affair. This certainly hasn't been that.
No, not at all. Both sides really putting each other under pressure, playing high press. They have been able to break through each other as well, which has been quite promising from a Gateshead point of view on the attacking sense. But Middlesbrough, you just expect that quality as well. Rob Elliott spoke about it, didn't he? About, sometimes we're going to have to expect that they will get through.
Nice vision from Regan Booty, but the flag, you've seen the linesman as soon as the ball come over, he switched hands and was close. But I think Hannon did stray off there. Well, Howson has the ball. And carry it forward. Lays it off to Dyke Steele. Turns his man. Plays it back to Howson. Ball out to Dyke Steele. Adam does get it away, but it comes off a Senny out for a throw in on the halfway line, just between the two dugouts. But does Gaza ever turn up any Gateshead games? Nope. As the ball goes all the way back to Glover. Gateshead just Middlesbrough pass it around at the back there, and Bazorg was upended, and Gateshead get the shot off. Oh, Whelan from outside the area, and Bazorg just down on his knees at the moment there. Wasn't expecting the tackle to come in from behind. Won the ball. We're seeing great Howson bring the ball forward with a bit of purpose here. Puts it out to Dykesdale, and this is a bit more faster from Middlesbrough. He's got Finch, who he uses right-hand side of the box. Pulls it across. It's a dangerous one, but Brooks jumps up, plucks it out the air, and stops the attack. Someone's put us in, not even for a spot of fishing. There's a KFC nearby. Now, if you know, you know. 25 minutes gone. If you are just joining us, 0-0 here at Gateshead International Stadium between Gateshead and Middlesbrough. As the trialist number 7 for Gateshead turns and plays the ball through to Aseni. Aseni gives it to McGowan. McGowan tries to play it through, comes off a Middlesbrough defender and all the way back to Glover.
Got to be honest, the trialist has been a real high point of the performance so far from Gateshead.
Yeah, he's
lively.
He's definitely adding something to the midfield at the moment. Of course, we've got two midfielders out in Ben Warman and Greg Ollie. And he's given food for thought for the manager.
It's a great ball.
Ball over here to Dykesdale on this right-hand side. He's got time to control it. Right down there. And Grayson does well just to get his body in the way, and out it goes for a throw in here to the right-hand side. Dykesdale. Takes the throw. Nodded forward by Gilbert. Hackney gives it back to Gilbert. And now gets it's Basler, sorry. Will McGowan fouled there. And the free kick just in front of the Gateshead dugout.
And towards a half hour, still 0-0. But
it is pronounced Basler. Barlasser. Now, I know he was good friends with two former Gateshead players. Actually, I think three. There was Dan Ward, Owen Bailey, and Jack Hunter. I think they were all in the Newcastle Academy together.
They were.
As Kane Adam tries to hold the ball up, gets it through to Whelan. Whelan has Hannon on the far side, who he uses. Gateshead now get players numbering into the box as McGowan takes it down the dead ball line, pulls it back on the far side. Kent Richardson gives it to Booty. Booty to Whelan. Gets it forward in numbers here, all in the final third of Middlesbrough's half of the pitch. Tinkler. Everyone inside the Middlesbrough half bar, the Gateshead goalkeeper. It's Kent Richardson. It's a ball played through the trialist number 7. Couldn't get it under control. Now it trickles for a goal kick on the far side. Is Warman out injured? I believe he is, yeah.
Just being cautious with him.
And of course, we're missing the assistant player manager, Louis Story, as well, who played at Wembley with a broken bone in his foot and still feeling the ramifications from that. So still another fantastic player to be added into the mix when the season starts.
Could see Connor Fanny back on the bench tonight, we should say.
Yeah.
First time in a long time the academy graduate's been available.
This ball over the top to Bozorg on the left-hand side. Turns. Hannon's there for company. Cuts inside with the ball. Lays it off. Now Middlesbrough is trying to turn some gears in the Gateshead half, and Dykesdale plays it back into the centre. Now it comes across good feet from Tinkler, and Tinkler intercepts and lays it off to Booty. Booty's clearance only finds a red shirt though, and now it's out with Finch on this right-hand side. Finch runs into the player, and there's a block from Grayson.
Yeah, one of them where I think Grayson really couldn't get out of the way. But it is a foul.
Would you like to answer that question there, Mark?
I don't know Dan Barlas that well.
His hairline looks fine from here. I mean, I can't comment on 43 and decided to bleach my hair. So A free kick here in a dangerous position for Middlesbrough. 25 yards out, 4 yards right of the corner of the box. There's a one-man wall. Gateshead's smallest player on the pitch is the wall in McGowan. And this will be a good test for the Gateshead defence and goalkeeper here. And set piece as the ball comes in and headed into the back of the net. And that was there. I think it was number 26, Lenneman. And really good free kick. Come in, powerful header. I think Gateshead player just missed it. And it ended up in the back of the net. Good set piece from Middlesbrough. 1-0 to Middlesbrough. 30 minutes gone here at Gateshead International Stadium.
Your goal scorer for Middlesbrough FC tonight, number 26, Donald Lenahan.
Lenahan. That's how you say it.
I know, I told you earlier.
Well, we can hear the Boro fans for the first time on the far side. Once again, if you are just joining us, it's Gateshead 0, Middlesbrough 1. Lenahan scoring from a free kick header coming into the centre of the box. Powerful header at that. As Brooks pings the ball up, looking for a run of a Gateshead player, but it's going to go all the way through to his counterpart in the other goal. Well, let's see how Gateshead react to that. It's a ball through, and Bazorg couldn't keep it in, but could have caught Gateshead on the break there. How many Boro are there? It does look, I think I said about 300 to 400. It could be 400 to 500 actually now. It's really spread out in the east stand. There's Gateshead with Booty now. Can get the ball moving. If he looks up, he can get it to Grayson. Grayson has Adam just in front of him, but Middlesbrough holding a very good shape at the moment. Booty plays the ball over the top now, and Adam gets in front of Dyke Steele down towards the corner flag, turns, tries to keep the ball moving. Will McGowan's going to pick up the loose ball, pings it through, nice stuff, and now Adam, can he pull it back across? He needs to, and he just got the ball underneath his feet. And
Good break there. Lovely ball from Will McGowan. Really like the looks of Kane Adam down this left-hand side.
Growing into the game.
He is, very much.
But nice to see Will McGowan in there as well to help out. Booty gets the ball short from Hannon. Hannon carries it to the corner, puts it back to Booty. He's got loads of time and space, puts it in. Ball cleared by Middlesbrough, but only as far as Richardson, who can bring the ball down. Middlesbrough haven't pushed out. McGowan gives it back to Richardson. Now they're starting to push out Middlesbrough. But Richardson still has the ball. Sees Booty on this far side, but Finch spotted the run, sees the ball out, and it is a throw-in to our left-hand side here to Middlesbrough. Well, it certainly looks like Kane Adam has ran off that knock that he got before. And the ball now with Middlesbrough. Thinks the ball over the top and gets it intercept and nodded down, but picked up by Middlesbrough, and the ball goes out for a Gateshead throw 5 yards inside their own half on the far side.
Interesting to see what the two managers do at half time. I get the feeling Gateshead may well stick with the same side up to about 65, 70 minutes. Middlesbrough may make a few changes at half time.
Yeah, they've got a much bigger bench than Gateshead, of course. They'll be wanting to get minutes in all of those legs. But Booty gives it to Grayson. Tinkler. It hasn't phased Gateshead the goal. They've slipped straight back into their rhythm. Tinkler plays it across the defence to Richardson. Booty on the halfway line just turns and sees the ball with the trialist number 7. Finds Grayson. This is good from Gateshead, getting the ball moving into space. Kane Adam now up against Dyke Steele. What can he do this time? Tries to ping it back, but wins a throw in. And Yeah, he just couldn't get the ball moving fast enough there, could he? But good defending. It's closed him down. Grayson to the try list 7. Booty back to the try list. Gives it to Adam. Adam tries to ping it through. He gets the ball back, though, to his feet. Whelan dinks the ball over towards Hannant. As Hannant plays it inside to Whelan, back to Hannant. It's all on the right-hand side of the pitch for Gateshead at the moment. Richardson puts it into the centre to Tinkler, and it's going to come over to the left-hand side here with Grayson. Grayson looking for movement, but gives it back to Tinkler. Booty sees the movement. Great ball over to Hannant on the far side. Hannant looks to put a delivery in. Over towards the trialist. Couldn't get it, but the ball falls to Grayson, and Grayson dinks it towards the back post. Oh, Whelan puts it wide. Got the header and put it wide, and that's the best move from Gateshead so far in this game, and that is on 35 minutes. But the scoreline is Gateshead 0, Middlesbrough 1. Well, Gateshead give away a free kick there, a little bit of shirt pulling. As now Howson brings the ball forward. And you're seeing Middlesbrough pass the ball around at the moment, as we've just seen one of the directors for Gateshead going past, Tony Carter. Been doing sterling work along with others this summer, taking the FA Trophy around schools and other places to put it on display. As Tinkler intercepts, but it falls back to Redshirt. Dyke steals in here because of space on this right-hand side. Carries the ball forward, puts it into the centre, and there was the Captain Kenton to put it behind for a corner. And the speed of which Middlesbrough move the ball at times is quite impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, really cut through Gateshead there. Dyke Steele getting down the right-hand side again. Just the final ball was just poor. Just wasn't quite there. Had people in the box, had teammates free, but was easily cut out by Gateshead.
Well, Alex Gilbert takes the corner. It's not the greatest one. Hasn't been dealt with the greatest either. And Gateshead haven't cleared it yet. Now it's been pinged back out to Gilbert. Gilbert puts it back to Barlaser. Don't think I'm saying that right. But he gets the ball now right-hand side. Inside again. And Middlesbrough using the ball to good effect here at the moment. And keeping Gateshead moving. It's back on the halfway line. Put across to the far side in front of the travelling visitors. The fans. And Middlesbrough just play the ball through there. Kent Richardson intercept, but it's going to come back to Dyke Steele, who finds himself out on the left wing at the moment. And Middlesbrough just trying to go through some gears here as Larry Laff brings the ball forward. Tries to cut it into the middle. Finch couldn't get the ball under control, and Gateshead can clear it. Only as far as about 5 yards outside the box, and Middlesbrough hunting impacts at the moment when Gateshead get in possession. But they get the ball moving, and now they need to get a bit more further up the pitch to relieve some of this pressure from Middlesbrough. But they've done well. Got it back to the keeper.
That's brilliant.
Puts the ball over to Grayson, and that's opened up the pitch for Gateshead now, and Grayson can bring the ball forward. Gives it inside to the trialist number 7. Booty out to the right wing with Hannant. And now we're going to see a cross into the box from Richardson, headed clear. It's going to be picked up by Grayson to Whelan. Now Adam back to Whelan. Grayson to Tinkler. And Richardson. Barlaser. Is that how I say it? It is. It only took 39 minutes. Apologies. Gateshead still in possession. Middlesbrough sitting a little bit deep at the moment. Trying to soak it up. Really a nice ball out to Hannant here. Can he get a delivery in? Pulls it back across and just intercepted by Middlesbrough and trying to pass it out of trouble, and they do, but there's no one further forward. And Brooks is right outside his box here up towards the halfway line, gives it back to Grayson. And Gateshead try and build again here. Left-hand side with Whelan. Whelan goes inside. Lays it off to Booty. Booty sees the trialist, flicks it out to Grayson. Grayson takes a touch, plays it back to Booty. Booty takes touch and plays it inside to Whelan. Nice passing from Gateshead. Edge of the area. Whelan, can he get the ball past his man? He can, but it's messy at the moment. The trialist tries to get through and Middlesbrough just put the bodies in front of the ball and managed to get it away. But Gateshead playing pretty little stuff there, but it needs to be a little bit more contact on the ball when it's going through and these little flicks in them tight areas.
Someone just maybe tried to put the foot through there and have a shot from the edge of the box. But, this is Gateshead style, isn't it? They try and pass the way through. It was really nice patient build-up as well, once again. And I think Gateshead equipped themselves very well against a very good Boro side.
Well, Grayson, nice feet to put it out to Whelan. Whelan now puts it boundaries right, puts the ball into the box. It's going to fall, though, to Hannant. He's got Richardson, who gives it inside to the trialist, though. Now Booty, if he looks up, can see the run of Whelan offside, and keeper does well to cope with it. But yeah, there you go. We're into the 40th minute, and it is Gateshead 0, Middlesbrough 1. But Gateshead still full of energy and trying to create in and around the Middlesbrough area. But Middlesbrough very fast on the break here, and they scored from a good set piece. And Gateshead might feel they could have done a little bit better with the aerial battle on that one. But Middlesbrough won't be complaining.
Hazard, I guess, Boro are going to make wholesale changes half time here.
Yes,
their substitutes are suddenly going through some very intense warm-ups.
So there's a lot of players warming up there for the second half as the ball's put out to the far side. Too much on it though, and out it goes. And Engel couldn't keep it in. And just a little shout out to the announcer here at Gateshead. He said he's got all the names right so far. It's not a competition, but well done.
Well, if it was, you'd be losing.
Oh yeah, I've lost. If it had been boxing, I would have been knocked out and just reading out the first name. Well, Gateshead build again from the back. Tinkler brings the ball forward. Grayson out on the left. Receives it. Looks for a runner. Plays it inside to McGowan. McGowan gets it to Adam. Adam closed down, but he stands up well. Oh, gets the ball through to McGowan. McGowan closed down. Quickly lays it back to Grayson. Grayson plays it inside. Adam back to Grayson. Oh, nice vision from Booty. Puts it out to Hannant on the right-hand side. Ball comes in. Oh, skims through. Nobody there to put the contact on it. And Gateshead, it was a decent attack, that. Well, there was me thinking my daughter was asking how many minutes is left. She wasn't. She was just asking for the mints. I can't lip read either, Mark. So it's a man of no talents. Barlasser puts the ball over to the far side. Whelan gets the ball to Oseni. Nice interception, but Oseni just runs into a Middlesbrough player there. And let's say they've held their shape very well tonight, Middlesbrough, so far. You can see that they're from a higher level, of course. And that's what you want in these games. You want to be able to be tested at the front and at the back, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why you play these teams from higher levels. I think Middlesbrough have looked good going forward. They've
ball across to the far side. It was a nice ball to find him in space. Ball comes into the middle. Tinkler just gets in front of Finch there. And Hannant can turn and lay it back to Brooks. But yeah, Finch is a pocket rocket, isn't he? Really good. But Oseni brings the ball down well. Puts it out on the far side to Whelan.
What's been impressive with Middlesbrough is they've broken behind Gateshead's offside trap a lot. It's happened 5 or 6 times down the wings. Finch and particularly on this right-hand side has broken it very, very easily and got him behind Grayson, in between Grayson and Tinkler. Defensively, they look structured, they look organised, and that'll please Michael Carrick and Jonathan Woodgate as well, former England defender. We'll be absolutely delighted with that as the season draws closer.
Certainly will. That's what it's all about. Of course, results are nice, but it's the positives you can take from these games. As the ball comes across to Kane, Adam to this left, he just slid and the ball goes. An offside flag went up anyway, asking a lot to get there. But we do have about a minute and a half remaining in the first half here, and And Mark, from a Gator perspective, a good run out so far. We've asked questions and we've been posed questions, and I think we've give a good account of ourselves so far.
I think the thing that will please Rob Elliott most is the fact that Gateshead haven't been scared to play out from the back. They played the style of football they like to play, even when Middlesbrough put a really high energetic press on them. They've managed to get out at times. Yes, they've had to go along when that press became too much for them. But more often than not, they've managed to play their style of football and stay true to it, which is a big plus against
Barlasser carries the ball forward, does very well, gets it through, and now Gilbert can bring the ball forward, plays it out onto the far side, and now plays it into the centre. Oh, it's a James Ball. Finch picks it up in the box, skips past a couple of players, lays it off. There's the shot, and Gilbert couldn't find the target. But I'm very impressed with Finch so far there. As a youngster, you think you could have took a shot of that through a crowd of players, and he didn't. He laid it off. Unfortunately for Middlesbrough, Gilbert couldn't hit the target, but promising things there. I always liked Keith Finch when he was at Gateshead. His dad, good goalkeeper. There was actually a bit of trivia, but I can't remember the other goalkeeper he scored against in a game in the Football League. There's a long kick in Blackpool, but there is the half-time whistle. It is Gateshead 0, Middlesbrough 1 here at Gateshead International Stadium. It's been a good one so far, and we hope you've enjoyed it. Please do drop us a like and subscribe. We'd love you to please join us again throughout the season. See if Middlesbrough don't have a game and you fancy taking in a game, or if not, come up or support us on the road. Maybe when you see us play York, or who knows, we might even get you in the FA Cup. But of course, you'll be supporting Middlesbrough in that. But if you'd like to give a vested interest, drop us a like. You can see, even if any players come on loan here, you can keep track of how they're doing. And as I say, we'll gladly have you on board for a chat with us on the podcast as well. And just a big thank you to all that. We are going to go a little bit radio silent. We haven't got our normal video to play out at half time. Of course, it's pre-season. I need to make a new one. We normally put up highlights of the Heed Army podcast. But what we'll do is we'll just put a little sign up, say we'll be back when the players come back out for the second half. But once again, thank you for joining us here on the Heed Army podcast. And I got the names right towards the end. Well, hello there, everybody. We're waiting for the players to come back out for the second half. Just want to do a little bit of housekeeping. If you'd like to join the Heat Army podcast, please subscribe, follow our social medias. We'd love to have you join us on the next show where we'll be talking about this game, of course. And to do that, you can follow us on our social medias. And here's a little snazzy video that we made with a drone that we didn't crash. The Heat Army podcast needs your help. No, we don't need money. All we need is you to do one simple thing. It'll take less than a second. If you could hit that like button, the subscribe button, and share whatever post that we put up regarding Gateshead Football Club, it'll go a long way in helping the show build and ultimately helping us push the club to the moon. Well, that is how you follow us on our socials. We'd be very appreciative if you could. And if you'd like to follow us for our National League campaign this season, it would be absolutely amazing. And of course, the defence of the FA Trophy. Can Gateshead make it to Wembley for a third year in a row? Getting there once is amazing for a club of our size. To get there twice and win is even better. Dare we dream for a third? Who knows? But it's a long season. There's a lot of big teams to play at this level. Gateshead, if they play their game, can be more than competitive throughout the season. And we've got a few people have sent in messages and put things up. Let's have a little look. Someone asking if there's 2 more goals in the game. Who knows? Who knows? I think someone's trying to make some money there. But at the moment, the Middlesbrough bench subs are going through an intense warm-up to our left. I was speaking to someone from Middlesbrough. They do think that there will be one change at half-time. We're expecting Matt Clark to come on at half-time, so we'll see. Let's see, we've got thanks for the commentary. Can't find anywhere that's showing at all, so thanks for this. Yeah, I don't think there was any streaming for this one. Last pre-season, Gateshead did stream some of the pre-season friendlies, but of course, I don't know what the problem was this year with doing it. But we do appreciate all of these that have joined us, and of course, especially all of the travelling Middlesbrough fans that have joined us up here on Tyneside. It's a lovely evening as well, and much better than the evening when we played Sunderland, when it absolutely poured down on the Sunderland fans on the far side. So the Middlesbrough fans have got themselves a nice time here. And someone's put Matt Clark is known as Baldini. I don't think he is, but there we go. Thank you very much. Oh, bought yourself a can as well, did you? Well, my daughter, I gave her my bank card and she went and bought herself a can as well. All right. Okay, great. Well, she didn't pay for it, so I owe money. All right. On that note, sorry, you don't get this on Radio Newcastle or Talk Sport, do you? Right, Boro deciding maybe we should actually have 2 centre-backs on the pitch in the second half. Possibly. But no, just as I was interrupted by my daughter there. Honestly, a massive thank you to all the travelling fans. So if you know anyone that came up tonight here to watch Gateshead play Middlesbrough, it's very much appreciated. Of course, you know, at our level, every ticket counts, and every bit of money that comes through the turnstiles goes to the operating costs of keeping the club running at this level. Of course, we always want to get bigger crowds, and if you were at a loose end throughout the season, why not join us or even listen in if you'd like to? We very much appreciated. And we're having a look around. Birmingham battering Rangers apparently in other friendlies, so there you go. There's a little bit of breaking news, Mark.
Sorry, I just put a poll on me now.
Yeah.
Pre-season, man. Means nothing.
It does. But I was just saying there how appreciative we are here at Gateshead of all the travelling fans that have made their way up here today. For clubs at our level, to have a bit more of a bumper crowd in pre-season is always very, very appreciated. So, as I say, once again, if you know anyone that has travelled up, let them know. It is very much appreciated. And we are waiting the teams to come back out. It does look like they are on the way, because Tom Glover has come out. Hello. Yeah, it is Tom Glover. Yeah. Didn't notice he didn't have a shirt number on in the first half.
Commentator's nightmare.
It certainly is. No, the names are this commentator's nightmare.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We're getting there. It's pre-season for me as well. Well, we are seeing Michael Carrick in deep conversation with one of his coaches down there. Oh, also, as well, I did get to see former Gateshead hero, Wembley hero, and before kick-off, when I come early to set up, it was James Marwood was here, and nice to say hello to him. And of course, I hear he's doing great things in the Middlesbrough Academy as well. Of course, scored a very, very memorable goal on this pitch to help take Gateshead to Wembley
For the first time.
It certainly was. Well, Howson brings the players back out. Middlesbrough will be shooting towards the River Tyne this time, and Gateshead will be shooting towards the Felon End and the Middlesbrough coach.
Doesn't look like there's any subs. So as
there is. Matt Clark is coming on, number 5.
See what happens.
See,
Oh,
yeah, and well, see, one of your friends that works for Middlesbrough, he's come twice to see you. Both times you've disappeared from the desk.
Dan Prince,
yes,
former South Shields media manager, now working at Boro.
Yeah, lovely lad. He's come down, had a nice conversation with him earlier on, and said he gave us the little info that Clark was coming on. You all right? Yeah, my daughter said our first proper match, so she's trying to take it on. As sorry.
Aidan Rutledge is going on.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting stripped and ready to go. I wonder if that'll be a straight swap or if Kane Adam is feeling the effect, and we might have a little bit of reshape here in the second half. And Kent Richard comes out now for the second half with the rest of his teammate. Well, we are moments away from getting underway here in the second half, and Matt Clark looks like he's affectionately known as Pablo Baldini by the Middlesbrough fans. I can give you a bit of pointless trivia, Mark, and for the Middlesbrough fans. Watch it. When John Luca Festa signed for Middlesbrough, I used to do swimming galas, and I was staying in a hotel in Stockton, and he was there the night before he signed. So I know everyone will sleep a lot better.
I was going to say that was pointless.
It was absolutely pointless. I didn't oversell it. Yeah, it does look like Kane Adam has not come back out for the second half, and Owen Aseni looks to be taking up that left wing position at the moment. So Gateshead about to get us underway here, and it is currently, if you just joined us, start the second half, Gateshead 0, Middlesbrough 1. As Whelan gets it to Hannant. Hannant plays the ball inside to Tinkler in the centre of defence. He carries it over the halfway line, out to the left-hand side. Grayson back to Tinkler. As the ball comes across to Richardson. Hannant again. Inside to Booty. Booty back to Richardson. Middlesbrough's shape impeccable as ever. Making Gateshead do the work. Tinkler looks for a runner, but decides to put it across. Ball through. Hannon tried to leave it and intercepted by Middlesbrough. And now the ball forward, but Tinkler's there just to mop up and slow the ball down. Someone's asked who he's come on for. I do believe, I'll just double check there. Sorry, I didn't look who he came on for. Pre-season idiocy from me. I think it's the goal scorer that has went off in Darragh Lenihan. I'm glad you said that first. As Lenihan. I'll have it perfect for the season, but we're not playing them. That's the problem. Booty gives the ball back to Grayson. Strong smell of hot dogs in the air here tonight. As
don't know how they ran out.
Hannant Give a movement and ball from Whelan to get handed towards the corner flag, and the ball just hits off his shin and out of play for a goal kick. Didn't they used to play the Addams Family tune when Festa scored in Middlesbrough? I'm sure they did. If someone's put do-do-do-do, I'm sure there'll be a Middlesbrough fan can let us know. Oh, the ball through wasn't the greatest. Gateshead pick it up in midfield, pass it back to Tinkler. Tinkler cross to Richardson. Of course, if you believe in all of the internet rumour and speculation on Twitter, you would be led to believe that Kenton Richardson, which I do believe did have suitors, but they were having them away to here, there and everywhere.
Yeah, a few clubs were mentioned by some people that went by sources that weren't quite true. Clubs that were mentioned weren't the ones that were in from, but far away from me to say.
Someone's asking for the score. Of course, it is Gateshead 0, Middlesbrough 1. We're into the 49th minute now as Clark gets one of his first touches. Ball played across to Glover, and McGowan was trying to close down. Yeah, the offside flag has come up. Free kick to Gateshead. Apparently, yes, they did play the Addams Family theme.
Very nice.
Should do that at more grounds, shouldn't it?
Kids have kept the ball well in difficult areas. You know, I know I said first half, but when they're trying to stick to a style of player that Rob Elliott wants them to play, it's lovely to see them doing it under high press from Middlesbrough against a very good.
Nice crossfield ball to Whelan, brings it down. Whelan lays it off to Richardson. Out to Hannant. Hannant had target in the centre, but gets the booty back out to Hannant. Hannant now plays it in, goes behind for a corner.
Lovely build-up. Nice and patient.
Nice to see the two big men in Rutledge and Oseni lurking towards the back post as well if the ball was forthcoming, but it's been taken short, this corner. Richardson, 30 yards out, plays it back to the trialist number 7.
Been a lot of short corners on the Gateshead.
They have, I think they have. Don't know if that's a one that they've worked on for this, but the ball comes in there, but been managed to be cleared by Howson. Ball bounced, and now Finch and Richardson in a battle. Richardson calmly just pokes that back.
How many people be Kenton Richardson?
Well, Hannant has the ball now, right hand side, just lays it back into his own half to Richardson. Tinkler. Now Grayson. Oseni. Trialist puts it back to Grayson.
Done all right, the trialist, doesn't he? I was talking to a couple of people downstairs at half time about him.
He looks very capable, and says another young lad. He's only 18, I believe, but equipping himself well. And I suppose we can go through cliches. It's not about the result; it's about the performance and that. But Gateshead are giving a good account of themselves. And at the moment, McGowan lays it off to Hannant. Hannant was shot, pulls it wide. It was always rising when it left his foot, but McGowan, nice vision to catch Hannant running into the box.
Yeah, just got a bit too much on it, didn't he? I think he was caught between trying to cross it and trying to look for that far post, and just sent it well wide.
Well, Carl Moss has put Howes on you, saying Bazog looked been in and out of the game, really.
Yes, there was a substitution at half time.
I wouldn't read anything into that.
The pitch was number 11, Kane Adon, and he was replaced by
It does look like Middlesbrough are getting all of their subs ready to go. They're all stripped and ready. We'll see them in the next 10-15 minutes. There's Middlesbrough, just played out from the back. Howson under pressure, plays it back there. Not that he was under any pressure. There was calm as you like at the back. Back across to Howson. Gilbert dropping deep to get involved. turns, gets the ball back, plays the ball over the top. The offside flag isn't forthcoming, and Latte Laugh brings it down the edge of the box, has to turn. Still doing well to hold the ball up. Lays it back to Bazorg. Bazorg tries to open up for a shot. Now pulls the trigger. Good shot, and it skims away from Brooks. And the offside flag goes up for the follow through. But I tell you what, you could see him setting himself up there, and he got great contact with it. But Brooks was more than capable.
Yeah, he's done well, and also on the follow up as well. By the way, he's done well to block the second shot, and
Gateshead just
played themselves out brilliantly there, haven't they?
Trailers once again holding himself up well, just loses the ball as I say that, but Gateshead have the ball, play it back to Brooks.
Number 26, Darrell Lenihan left the pitch, replaced by number 5, Matt Clark.
Richardson plays it across the defence to Tinkler. Out to the far side to Grayson, first time touch to Oseni. Oseni turns, plays the ball forward to McGowan. Lovely touch to put Oseni in. He's got men in the centre. Can he get past his man? He has. Pulls it back across. Headed away.
He's got to centre it earlier.
Aiden
Rutledge is stood on his own there. He's got to find Rutledge earlier.
That was a lovely move from Gateshead. Got the ball moving well as McGowan receives the ball, tries to put it in. Ricochets out to Grayson. Grayson with a little bit of cheeky footwork. Gateshead still on the ball. Booty. Whelan pulls deep here. Gets the header away. Rutledge rose up but couldn't get it on target and just trickles wide. And David Taylor's listening in on holiday in Kos. And thank you very much for joining us. Ball from Middlesbrough over the top now, looking for Latte Laugh, but Kent Richardson calmly just nods it down, and Brooks quickly throws it out to Hannant. Booty says play it back to Richardson. As he does, Booty receives it. If he looks up, Grayson's in space on the far side. He can carry this ball forward 10 yards. Lays it off to Oseni. Oseni tries to bring the trialist in, but Grayson wins the ball back. Middlesbrough can just mop up now through Howson and play it back to Glover. Out now to Engel. Engel under pressure from Whelan. Throw into Middlesbrough.
Someone just asking how Finch has looked, and got to say he's been really impressive, really lively down the right hand side. Not in the game as much in the second half, but then again we're only 10 minutes in. But he has first off really worked Joe Grayson down the right hand side. Broke the offside trap really well.
He's making the right runs as well. That's the difference. I mean, he has got the pace to maybe make something out of nothing with the pressure, but he's making intelligent runs.
And he's at an interesting point in his career where he's too good to play regularly in the 2021s nowadays. So it's either a loan move or he gets chances from the bench in the Championship and Carabao Cup and so on.
Engel plays the ball back to Clark. Clark across to Howson.
If it's still called the Carabao Cup these days.
It changes its name that often, doesn't it? As the ball on the far side. Zog plays it back. Howson. Of course, Gateshead have a new competition themselves this year to play in. It's a ball with Bazorg on the right-hand side. He's got the ball in control, puts a decent cross in, and Brooks couldn't get there. Neither could Latte Laugh. And Hannant goes over, and the ball has been kept in. Gateshead trying to pass it out around the back as they're doing under pressure as trialist 7 lays it off to Booty, and Booty pings that ball over to Oseni. And if Gateshead can get players forward, they can break here as Oseni cuts inside with the ball. McGowan, lovely touch to bring it into play. Back to Oseni on the edge of the area. Howson does well to intercept. But Gateshead linking up well.
That would have been a ridiculous goal, by the way, if that went in. I mean, the build-up play there was just so good from Gateshead.
57 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, Middlesbrough 1.
Got to say that again. We talked about the trialist earlier on, but he's really slotting to the way Gateshead play very easily. I don't know if he's going to sign, but he's done himself any harm in this.
Well, I think if he's still around next week, that might give a good indicator. Well, of course, next Tuesday night, we're at home to Carlisle United. Some former Gateshead players involved in that team. Taylor Charters, who's involved with the National League North winning side. Luke Armstrong, of course, who had a great loan spell. And John Mellish, who came through the ranks, who's at Carlisle. And lovely stuff from Whelan up against Clark, gets past him, cuts inside, still going, lays it inside. Now McGowan, can he finish the shot? Pulls it back across. He should have went for goal. Oh, selfless to a fault there. And unfortunately, the ball comes off Whelan, and the Tynan Weir stand shows his appreciation for that move.
Brilliant from Whelan. Everything we expect of Callum Whelan these days. Great ball, great run from McGowan. I think the wrong decision in the end. Yeah, something you will look to improve on throughout the early months with Gateshead. Should have just went for goal, just let it go.
Well, just looked like he was going to put the laces through it and see if he could get through a couple of players, but selflessly pulled it back across. Now Middlesbrough can build themselves. Oh, we've got someone listening in from Tokyo. So there we go. Thank you very much. That's to Chris Henderson.
Thanks for the kind comments as well.
That's very nice. Thank you. Oh, and Clark, quick feet, gets the ball back to Glover there, but Rutledge, of course, a lot of Middlesbrough. Try this number 7, intercepts there. Now Gateshead back on the attack. Gets it through to McGowan. McGowan, left-hand side, pulls it across, wins a corner.
This is really positive from Gateshead, by the way. They're starting to take the game to Middlesbrough now. McGowan is really starting to make things tick. I say it again, the trials there. Good interception, good passing. I'm sure Rob Elliott will love that.
Just to give some little bit of background on some of the Gateshead players. Aidan Rutledge signed for Gateshead last year, having been the top goal scorer for Berkeley Town in the Northern League 2nd Division. Made a massive step up to go full time and had an impressive spell at Scarborough and Darlington, scoring goals in the National League North. And this is a year where he'll be wanting to grab it with both hands and try and get himself as a regular starter in the National League.
Yeah, it's a big year for him. We'll see what the next few weeks brings for Aidan Rutledge. Don't forget Middlesbrough, not averse to dipping in the Northern League for players. Lewis Wing was signed from Shildon.
Yeah, he's a decent player. There's now Middlesbrough on the break, ball over the top, looking for the run of Latte Laugh. Zorg's in the middle, and Tinkler stands tall, just puts a foot out and wins the ball. At the moment, Gateshead get the ball to Hannon, so he can bring it down the right-hand side, plays the ball inside to McGowan. McGowan lays it off to Booty, and Gateshead just trying to go through the gears here and take the game to Middlesbrough as they have done the past few attacks. And as Oseni goes up against Dykesteel, and Dykesteel, little shoulder in the back, and down he goes. The referee's always going to give that. And now we're going to have mass changes here for Middlesbrough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 changes here. So effectively, it's another team. Goalkeeper staying on. So we're going to see Van der Berg come on, Riley McGee, Isaiah Jones, Luke Island, Aidan Morris, Josh Coburn, Finn Aziz. I'll just confirm Law McCabe. And I think Sol Byrne is the other player to come on as well. So, Bryn. There we go. There's always one. So do be patient when we figure out who's who here on the pitch. But
multiple substitutions for Middlesbrough.
Mass changes. Well, some first team names here as well coming on. So it's not like it's Middlesbrough reducing the caliber of the players. As Clark brings the ball forward. Gives it back to Glover. Can't see the shirt number on that one over there, but we'll get names and numbers very shortly. It's Van der Berg. Van der Berg gets it back from Glover. There's Gateshead. Oh, nice pressure as McGowan drives forward with the ball, holds it up. Nice footwork. He's trying to get past 2 players. He does. He gets past 3, goes for the shot, and just comes off the feet of a Middlesbrough player there. And McGowan groining to the game with each attack. Oh, and Whelan gets in front. Gateshead just turning the screw on the players that have just come on the pitch. as Booty has the ball, puts it out to Whelan. Back inside to Booty. Booty looks to get the ball moving across to Tinkler, which he does. Now, Hannant. Booty. Pings it across to Grayson, who just taps it down to Tinkler. Tinkler puts the ball up, looking for the run of Oseni.
See what he's thinking there.
Yeah.
Right idea.
Right, let's have a go. Middlesbrough, leading the pitch, number 4, Dan Barlasser.
Barlasser.
Number 7.
He's going through the same troubles I had there, but he's going through all the changes. And at the moment, if you're just joining us, 63 minutes we're in, and it is Gateshead 0, Middlesbrough 1.
Number 14, Alex Gilbert. Number 15, Anthony Dykestein.
Oh, Solburn is in the goal, is a goalkeeper, so I don't think he's coming on, so it wasn't him. Sorry, there's just that many numbers. I was going through them.
And number 39, Sonny Finch.
Bryn.
They are replaced by
Eleanor Stevens. How's Finch doing? He's my nephew. He did very well in the time he was on. He's just left the pitch.
number 11.
It's a real handful of a player. Definitely one to look out for in the coming seasons.
Number 18,
There's Clark.
Aidan Morris.
Oh, and
19,
Gateshead
Josh Coburn.
just trying to
Number 20,
wake up some of these
David
Middlesbrough
Lazar.
players that have come on and been a little bit lackluster with the
22,
passing.
George McCormick.
Yeah, and just a little bit later.
And
Saying
number
that, that's brilliant.
49,
That's
Morgan
lovely
Bennett.
stuff, though, from Middlesbrough. They get the ball moving and put the ball out to McCormack on this left-hand side. Plays a ball into the centre there and headed over by, I can't see the shirt number there, apologies,
Corbin.
by Coburn. And yeah, that just as we were saying, the passing was a little bit lackluster. They turned on the style.
They did, yeah, and that's what, sides at high levels can do. I mean, look, everyone in this Boro squad's going to be fighting for a place in the Michael Carrick's starting 11. And they'll want to prove a point, these lads coming on, and show the management team and his coaching staff and everyone what they can do. Still plenty of talent there.
Ball up to McGowan. Oh, lovely little touch to Whelan. Whelan brings on Oseni on the left-hand side. Gateshead on the attack. They need to get some shirts forward, though, as Oseni gets past his man, brought down. Referee gives the free kick on the edge of the box.
Tell you what, that might have been close to a penalty. It looked right on the edge of the box. I love seeing Oseni run at players. You just don't know what he's going to do, because he can go both ways. He can go his left or right. You just don't know where he's going to go, and he's really forced the challenge there.
Graham Jones has asked who's replaced Ed Francis in midfield. It's Regan Booty slotted into that position really well.
There was a good piece in the Chronicle about Regan Booty, by the way.
I wonder who by. As scored a free kick, similar range, maybe a little bit wider out here on this one against Blythe. Can he do it again? Goes for more of a cross this time. Oh, Rutledge gets his head up and yeah, he's won a corner. Come off the back of a Middlesbrough player. Is this one going to go short? It has. It's went to Booty. Booty, lovely stuff. Pulls it across. Oh, it's been... Could have went anywhere, but it trickles out behind for a goal kick. And, well, Middlesbrough caught napping the game there.
Yeah, really positive from Gateshead. Lovely play. They really have matched Middlesbrough very well in this game. You look at the chances that they're starting to create now. I'm surprised Regan Booty didn't go for goal there, but it's a lovely dink to the far post.
Middlesbrough.
It's no fun.
Oh, well, Gateshead get the ball moving. It's getting physical out there, and the free kick given against Gateshead as Oseni was judged to have pulled down. Number 12, Luke Eiling. Got a message from Dave Hutton. He's put, we're very, usually a very width-based side under Carrick. Try to utilise Laugh's pace with the balls over the top as long as we don't overuse it. It should be a useful weapon. Yeah, as I say, there's a lot of pace in that Middlesbrough side, and be interesting to see how they utilise it in the season going forward, as the midfield battle is hotting up at the moment. There's tackles going in. Eiling. There we go. It wouldn't be a Heat Army podcast commentary if we didn't jazz up the names for the listeners.
It's Ailing.
I thought it was Ailing, but
Great touch.
Whelan, Matt Clark strong there in the tackle, wins the ball. But Gateshead just finding space there. I don't know if it's just a bit of, I wouldn't say jitters, but they're just getting themselves into the rhythm, the Middlesbrough players that have come on. I haven't seemed to all gelled straight away, but that's a lovely ball over the top, brought down, and the shot off. Great save by Brooks. I tell you what, that ball over the top and the controllers, it was brought down. And what a touch that was from number 20. That was Finn Azaz, and that was perfection until the save. Booty. Kent Richardson puts it over the top, looking for the run of a player, but there isn't any Gateshead players there, and it can just be calmly mopped up at the back by Middlesbrough, and Matt Clark can pick out a pass. Aidan Morris gets the ball out to Finn Aziz, who's dropped deep to get involved there and get himself back into position at the top, and he's waiting for a ball. He's on the shoulder of the defenders, but number 22, George McCormack's out here on this wing, and he's been found now, and the offside flag has gone up. That was a tight one. Whoa. There's another player as well that we forgot to mention here as well. Tom Allen. Yeah, I've just seen that. Thank you for reminding us about that. And Tony Peacock Jr., he's listening offshore. So lots of pins in the map tonight. We appreciate every one of you joining us. 69 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, Middlesbrough 1. As nice block there from Coburn. Going to Gateshead taken. Nice little touch from Whelan to pick out Hannon. Hannon puts in the centre to the trialist. Trialist gets the ball forward, hits it off Van der Berg, and now Middlesbrough through McGree can get themselves moving again. There's Morris. Plays it to Azaz even, ball over the top. Nice vision, and now Middlesbrough on the attack, far side. Jones lays it back. In comes the cross, hits off a Gateshead player, spoons up in the air, and the keeper Brooks can just scoop that into his arms. Finn Azaz, people are slating us here. Apologies, everybody.
Don't just keep slating them. It's fine. That's what I spent my season doing.
I must admit, this was probably one of my worst displays. Thank God it's pre-season. Apologies to Middlesbrough fans and players of the families. Families of the players. As Gateshead try and keep the ball moving. Middlesbrough just with a press there now. Shot off. He tried to dink it over. And did look. It was his deflection there, was it? It was Riley McGree there. Corner ball.
I think, obviously, we're focusing from Gateshead here. They are getting a lot out of this, but I feel like Boro as well, because Gateshead are giving them a real test, and I do want for pre-season as well. Yeah,
I think the old adage of playing a non-league side is kind of done and dusted now. As the ball comes into that, it's a good delivery, headed clear by Gateshead. It's going to be picked up though on the far side by Middlesbrough. And now Middlesbrough try and build on the right-hand side. Jones plays it back to Eiling. Nice turn from Azaz, but Kent Richardson was there. Now Jones can try and bring this ball forward, isn't he? Tries to pick out a man in the box. It comes back to him. It's all on the right-hand side for Middlesbrough at the moment. Van der Berg. Now Middlesbrough probing out on the far side. Still on the right-hand side of the pitch. Jones turns and runs for the ball, plays into the centre. And put wide there by, is it another corner? It must have took a deflection. It looked like you put it straight out there, Coburn, but yeah, referee's closer than us.
We are a long way away.
That's what I'm saying. It's not your fault. All Geordies can't pronounce names.
Can you do some Newcastle Thunder commentary one day?
No way, man. He's seen the struggle with football. God help us with rugby. As the corner comes in here for Middlesbrough, it's a decent one. Tussle there between Tinkler and Middlesbrough player. Nice bit of professionalism from both sides as well. It's been, I wouldn't say full-blooded, but played at a great tempo and nobody taking any cheap shots and nobody reacting to anything. The ball's moving fast as
Put in the right spirit.
it is. It's been lovely to watch. As Clark goes out to Azaz. Inside. Now Middlesbrough trying to build themselves as McCabe plays it forward. They've got the ball moving well here, Middlesbrough, and now it's out on the right hand side. Jones on the inside, but it comes back to McCabe. Oh, sorry, it isn't McCabe. Sorry, he tries to roll it back. It was number 8, McGree, and the ball goes out for a throw to Middlesbrough on the far side.
Gateshead just need to sort out their the left hand side here, just getting over a little bit.
Just definitely seeing a raise in tempo from Middlesbrough when moving the ball forward. To be expected. That's how quickly they move it, though, in these little triangles as Jones now takes down dead ball line, pulls it back across. Great tackle from Grayson. Oseni didn't look, played it straight into the middle, and now Middlesbrough have it on the edge of the box. Azaz dispossessed, though, and now Gates it on the break. Hannant driving down the right-hand side, just slows it down, didn't have anyone on.
We had to.
I see McGowan and Rutledge were busting a gut to get forward, but there was about 5 shirts around them. At the moment, 74 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, Middlesbrough 1.
Probably going to see some from Gateshead soon to see.
Yeah, you would imagine so, but without repeating, it isn't about the result; it's the performance and what we're seeing from the trial player here today as well. A lot of these players for Gateshead have been with the club for a number of seasons. They're well drilled in what's expected from them and the levels that's expected at Gateshead. So we kind of knew what we would get, but it's always nice to see the new players like McGowan, who holds the ball up well, lays it back to Hannant. Now Whelan tries to think it through and just straight into a Middlesbrough player, and a overzealous Will McGowan brings down a Middlesbrough player on the edge of the box. But yeah, it's I think, as you mentioned before, Middlesbrough can take away from this, but Gateshead, it's been the perfect pre-season friendly.
Yeah, I think you look at the strength of the opposition, you look at the style of football, it's kind of worked for both sides. That's a foul.
Now a free kick to Gateshead just inside the Middlesbrough half.
It's worked for both sides really well. I think both managers will be delighted with how the game's panned out. It's not really about performances as such.
Oh, and a cheeky effort from Ken Richardson there, trying to chip the keeper.
A great clearance, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's... Well, usually a clearance out if it's a shot. But
it was a shot.
Yeah, I know.
It looked like more of a clearance.
Yeah. There's Middlesbrough trying to build from the back, playing it around, finding space. Nice turn from McGree there. They're trying to get back in numbers. They have done, but the ball's going to come across to McCormack here. Plays it into the centre, trying to be laid off. There's a try-less number 7, but didn't pick out a white shirt. And now Middlesbrough trying to carve something out, but Gateshead managed to get it away. Whelan pokes the ball forward.
Oh,
well done, Aidan Rutledge holds it up, but yet again, just the wrong decision passing the ball, and Rutledge, referee said play on. Was a push in the back.
If this is a National League game, he's getting booked there, isn't he?
Yeah. It's one of those things in pre-season. Nice ball through to Jones. Tackle from Grayson. Out it goes for a corner. Had to get a touch on it because, as I say, Isaiah Jones was away.
He's done well. It must have been literally just a toe as well, because Tiernan Brooks looked convinced he hadn't got a touch on that.
Well, corner to Middlesbrough on the far side. In it comes. It's poor towards the first man and kicked away. It's out for a throw-in on the far side. Once again, a massive nod of respect to the travelling Middlesbrough fans that made the trip up the A19 today to see their side play here. As Middlesbrough on the edge of the area. Azaz trying some fancy footwork. Gets past one, gets past two, goes for the shot, but scooped it up. And some nice footwork from the big man in and around the box.
Yeah, it was good, quick feet. Who's coming on? Ollie Thompson?
Ollie Thompson, another product of the Gateshead Academy, coming on. Of course, had a loan spell at Ashington last year and Blythe Spartans, I believe. So seeing him come on, he's had an impressive pre-season so far. Scored against Blythe Spartans last Friday night. And he replaces Owen Aseni, who yet again has showed what he's all about here this evening.
Yeah, promising from Owen. As I say, I think you'll see more competition come in to help him and push him. But some really bright signs from him. I look forward to seeing Ollie as well. Let's see, had a largely positive pre-season.
Substitution for Gateshead, leaving the pitch number 9, Owen Aseni, being replaced by number 14, Ollie Thompson.
Brooks kicks the ball out to Richardson. Callum Whelan plays it back to Brooks in goal. He pings it out to the left-hand side. Grayson tries to chest it down, but just too much on it and goes out. And the Star is saying it's a boring game. Well, I'm guessing you were the one that was asking for more goals in the second half. Enjoy the game, not the scoreline. As Clark plays it out to McCormack. McCormack's got a runner, and he has. It's McGree. McGree just up against Regan Booty. Regan Booty puts the ball behind for a corner.
That was a goal kick, you know. Play it off. It'd be nice to see Fenton John before the end of the game. Just get him on against his old club.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of him because I wasn't able to get to the 2 games that he's featured in. There's a short corner being taken here. Azaz trying some trickery. Corner of the box. Lays it in there. Now Middlesbrough just trying to carve something out here. Azaz on the edge of the area is going to turn. Couldn't get it to build up for a shot. Has to still got the ball. He's done very well under pressure. Lays it back now to McCabe. McCabe gets the ball again. Jones all the way back in defence at the moment. As the ball's going to go out to the right-hand side. There's a lot on that and too much, and out it goes for a throw in on the far side. Well, there's a few more players trotting back to the bench. I think we are going to see a few changes for Gateshead, as we'd expect at this point. 80 minutes gone. Scoreline, Gateshead 0, Middlesbrough 1, as Clark has the ball in the centre circle. Out to McCormack, and he's got space to carry it forward, but plays it inside. Back to Clark. Van der Berg. Looks to get the ball going through the centre. Lovely flick from Middlesbrough, bringing it in the inside, and now the shot away. Oh, great save from Brooks. I think it was McGree there that got the shot away. And Gateshead standing firm. But how quickly they moved that ball, Middlesbrough there, that's the championship difference. That's why these players are at a higher level. You can notice it when you see it. But we are going to see the try list number 7 coming off, and it is going to be Fenton John coming on. Going straight into midfield. The try list number 7 was 17 on Friday. The try list number 17, should I say. Giving another impressive display. In comes the corner. Headed clear by Gateshead and poked clear by Rutledge, and to throw in halfway inside Gateshead's half on our left-hand side here. Quickly taken is McCabe under pressure from Rutledge. Rutledge wins the ball and to throw into Gateshead.
Good that. Really good from Aidan Rutledge.
Well, 82 minutes have been played here. And there's a foul on Tinkler in the box.
So we're trying to
Tink's just making sure that was
the
referee knew about that one.
he made sure it was audible, didn't he? I don't know if it was picked up on the mics, but there was a scream. Kent Richardson gets it to Whelan. Whelan thinks the ball there, and the ball over the top, but it's going to be too close to Glover. And, you would expect sometimes players that have took a step up the way Will McGowan has to maybe fade out the game, but he's kept on going, hasn't he?
Yeah, done very well, hasn't he? It's I think from the whole point of view, Gateshead will be more positive than negative about this performance in the game. I think it's worked for every player. I think they've done well.
Just for a second there, I heard there was a Bartley card being handed in. I have given mine to my daughter. I couldn't remember I giving it back, but it's not mine.
Well, your rookie mistake there is giving you any sort of card to your daughter.
Oh, I know. But Gateshead just passed the ball back now to Teenan Brooks. Oh, uncharacteristic ball from Booty there. Ball goes out of play on the far side, level with the corner of the box.
Just let Mr. Gaddis know it is not his Bartley card.
Nice to know that the commentators, the stadium announcers listening to us, he's just announced that it isn't my Bartley card. So there we go. Really, we need to have a text, not have it announced over the tannoy. Middlesbrough played all the way back to Clark. Composed figure, isn't he? This comes on, nothing really. Never been rattled, has he?
Not at all. Experienced. Old head at the back.
Okay, to win it in midfield, but Middlesbrough calmed down. But Fenton John,
that's really good.
Nice work from him. Gets the ball over to Richardson. Hannant and Whelan have linked up well tonight on Gateshead's right side. Different game we've seen from Whelan tonight as well. Sometimes a bit more involved on the attacking side, but he's in that build-up at the moment. And Gateshead, poor bit of passing there, and the ball comes through to Coburn, edge of the box. Can he pull a shot across? He should have pulled it back. He had three players coming in, but it pulls it wide across the goal. And
Credit Regan Booty there, by the way, because it was his little error.
Yeah.
But he's got back and made amends.
Well, we are going to see another substitution here. It is going to be Ben Williams, who came through the Gateshead Academy here as well, signed his first full-time contract just a couple of weeks ago, and he is coming on to replace Grayson, and he'll slot into the defence on the far side there. And Joe Grayson put a shift in tonight. He's walking around the pitch. Richardson.
Leaving the pitch, 18, Joe Grayson, being replaced by number 12.
As Hannant loses out to Coburn there. Coburn using his size and width to hold off Hannant. Ball out to McCormack here. As Hannant gets back into position, but the ball through to McGree just goes out for a goal kick. Someone's asking which Middlesbrough subs are doing the best. As Clark, we mentioned there, has been good. I've been impressed with Coburn, his space.
McGree's done well.
Yeah, McGree. And McCormack has he's ghosted into space on the right-hand side on attacks as well.
Big plus that McGree signed new deal last week, I think it was. Going to be a big player this season, I think, for Middlesbrough. Whenever I saw them last season, he was pretty well.
Richardson plays it through the centre. McGowan holds it up well, lays it off to Hannant. Hannant puts and he's just been wiped out there by McCormack right in front of the Middlesbrough bench. And I think, he's getting a card, he's getting a yellow. And dare I say, if that had been a league game, that looked pretty nasty. Badly timed, we'll say. Well, Hannant's still down there. You heard I don't know if it was audible what you heard, but there was a heavy collision. A free kick to Gateshead in front of the Middlesbrough dugout. Hannant, he's up. Nearly. Still bent over.
good point there. It's just been made by Rogue, the Boro fan, that the other big signing they made was Michael Carrick signing a new deal, of course.
Yeah.
Done a brilliant job over the last couple of years, and a really, really great appointment. Brave appointment as well, by the way.
Well, it's nice to see young English managers getting time to hone their craft, and hopefully it pays dividends for Middlesbrough and he can get them back in the Premier League, as Gateshead.
That's what we want in it, a strong northeast.
Well, it's starting to happen from the bottom up. I mean, since the Northern League is now having teams getting promoted every year, we're seeing a bigger influx of players. We're seeing that tonight, the McGowans of this world and players that are playing at a higher level. Gateshead definitely using the transfer market wisely at the moment, as Fenton John tries to pick out Hannant. He does. Hannant's in lots of space. What can he do? Plays it to McGowan. McGowan, can he pull this ball back across? Nice footwork. Now puts it towards the back post, and it's going to go out for a corner on the far side. Nicely done by McGowan.
Still pushing.
Someone's asking how Aidan Morris is doing. He's been lively, been involved.
Another short corner.
Gateshead with Hannant. Gives it out to Booty. Booty on the edge of the area. Curls one in towards the back post. Aidan Rutledge is there. Oh, Glover just has to second bounce there to grab a hold of it. Or should I say let it bounce. But we're into the final 2 minutes here. And as I say, we'd like to thank everyone that has tuned in this evening from Middlesbrough. And of course, Gateshead, and wherever you are in the world. It's always very much appreciated. If you'd like to drop a subscribe, that would be lovely. And also as well, if you'd like to give a mention to any of your friends that may have travelled up the A19 tonight to watch Gateshead play, that we're very appreciative here on Tyneside to have you in attendance.
Man of the match. 6 really strong contenders tonight. Eventually settling for number 10, Will McGowan.
Well, the Gateshead man of the match is Will McGowan. Hard to argue with that one. Been a good performance. Still trying to create in these late stages. There's Booty. Hannington acres of space here. Too much space. And he tries to get to the ball. He's got it. Oh, and the tired legs there. He tries to cross one in and absolutely spoons it behind the goal.
Not his finest moment.
Certainly not. But I say thank you, Rogue 0071, for your kind messages. And also Cal.
I can announce the crowd tonight. The total gate is 1,319.
1,319 in attendance tonight.
There were 845 away supporters.
845. They were really spread out across that east stand. One would like, as we've echoed many times, massive thank you to every one of the travelling support. It really means a lot. It helps get money in the coffers for Gateshead in the season. It's hard to keep the bills paid when a club like us don't have TV money and things like that. So once again, thank you very much.
Did Penfell come on there?
I didn't notice that. But Middlesbrough in we're 15 seconds over the allotted 90. As Middlesbrough bring the ball forward. Try to play a quick ball through, and it goes all the way through to Tiernan Brooks. And now the ball comes over to number 35 for Gateshead, which I can't see on the I can there. So Ben Fell. Looks like he came on for. Oh no, Robbie Tinkler's there. I'm trying to say who he came on for. Well, there is the full-time whistle. It ends Gateshead 0, Middlesbrough 1. But it was a good encounter, a great run out for both sides. Played in the right spirit. And we'd like to wish Middlesbrough all the best for the coming season in the Championship under Michael Carrick. And a big thank you to all of you Middlesbrough fans and Gateshead fans that tuned in this evening, wherever you are in the world. We really do appreciate it. And if you'd like to hit that subscribe button and join us on the Heat Army podcast, we'll be on later this week. And we'll be talking about this game and we'd love to have you hear from us. But a big thank you to Mark as well, who's pulling double duty here at the moment. He's doing the social media for Gateshead, but a big thank you to him as ever. And as I say, if you do have a free weekend, please do join us, whether you would like to join us on commentary or you fancy a little trip up to Tyneside. We play some good stuff, and hopefully you can be with that. And thank you for all the kind words on the commentary. We really do appreciate it. And as I say, we hope to see you again soon. And who knows, we might even meet in the FA Cup. Who knows? But so safe trip home to all the Middlesbrough fans, and thank you once again for joining us tonight.